you've joined at just the right time, because here come the drivers out onto the circuit. Now, you can see Dylan Byes eager to warm up his tyres. He tiptoes into turn 1, and this, they really have to try and find out where the grip is and how much grip there actually is, because this is going to be totally different conditions. You see Dylan Byes trying to use a bit of curb there, seeing if that's going to work. He'll try and use the curb into turn 4. Oh, does that work? Maybe not. So that's why he's doing that. If he's driven this circuit in these conditions before, then he'll know what to do. If he hasn't, then this is the best chance for him to try and figure out where the grip is before we go racing. So let's go through the grid again for you now. We have all the karts on circuit. On the front row is Dylan Byes and Mark Kimber. On row 2, Jean Nomblo and Laurie Lepper. Row 3 is Ollie Caldwell and Enzo Valent. Row 4 is Phil Doer and Joe Phillips. Then, rounding up the top 10, it's Killian Meyer and Lucas Dunner. Glenn Van Berler and Tamino Bergmeyer are row 6. Hannes Morin and Antoine Percival are row 7. Adam Smalley and Laszlo Toth are row 8. Hugo Anderson and Arnold Malizia are row 9. Kaminok Artsemi and Yasin Frodati are row 10. Clement Theobald and Conor McCarthy are row 11. Leonie Claude and Pepin Clay-Javeld are row 12. Henry Jung and Andre Walter are row 13. Ryan McDermott is on row 14. Now, the heat results yesterday. Well, heat 3 was won by Dylan Byes with Mark Kimber second and Enzo Valence third. It was the top 2 in the same order. Dylan Byes and Mark Kimber in heat 2 with Hannes Morin third. And in heat 1, it was Dylan Byes from Mark Kimber and Killian Meyer. Now, ones to watch out for. Killian Meyer certainly has looked quick this weekend. From the inside of row 5, I expect him to be moving forward. And Glenn Van Berlo, as he's in the hunt for second in the championship. Laszlo Toth and Adam Smalley, 2 drivers that started at the back for all 3 heats and moves forward well. Let's see what they can do from row 8. And Leonie Claude, watch out for her as well. Number 78 starting on the inside of row 12. Looked quick yesterday. We can see then 11 laps they'll have in this pre-final. So the situation in the championship, of course, it's already been won by Axel Charpentier. But in terms of second, at the moment, Mark Kimber with 171 points, Glenn Van Berlo 167, Ollie Caldwell 164. So Kimber is second, Caldwell is 5th, Van Berlo is 11th. So they're going to get one more lap to just try and get used to the conditions and taking different lines. Well, Mark Kimber took arguably the racing line. Dylan Byes took a very tight line. And Jean Nomblo, who you'd argue perhaps has the most experience of this circuit, being a French driver, he took a wide line. So it's interesting to see all the drivers taking different lines. They given an extra formation lap because of the changing conditions. Now, I didn't actually take the opportunity to look out and see what tyres they're on, but I'm guessing they're all going to be on slick tyres and maybe 1 or 2 towards the back who've gambled for wets, but we'll have a look as they come across the line. But on your picture, you can see Dylan Byes. He's starting from pole position. Mark Kimber, much more smaller figure in the kart. He will start second. That the far part of the circuit now, and this when they head up for 3 corners to go. So the top 10, Dylan Byes, Mark Kimber, Jean Nomblo, Laurie Lepper, Ollie Caldwell, Enzo Valent, Phil Doer, Joe Phillips, Killian Meyer and Lucas Dunner. They head up towards the penultimate corner now, the left-hand hairpin. We've seen a lot of overtaking into this corner, and all the drivers you can see just outside the top 10 really weaving, trying to put more heat into the tyres. As the drivers now make their way up towards the last corner. Well, will we get away first time? Will we get them all through the first corner safely? They've had 3 laps to try and figure out where the grip is. Let's see who's done the best job of doing that. On the front row then, to the left of your picture, that's Dylan Byes. To the right is Mark Kimber. Do we get away first time? Yes, we do, and I see most of the drivers on slick tyres. They heading towards turn 1. Dylan Byes has been able to hold on to the lead. Oh no, Laurie Lepper has gone off. The 36th was Laurie Lepper. Mark Kimber ran wide. I think Joe Phillips went off as well. Laurie Lepper's trying to get his kart back onto the circuit. Ollie Caldwell has gone through to second place. So you can see the two leaders, that's Caldwell and Byes. Ollie Caldwell making a fantastic start from the inside of row 3. Kimber has dropped down to around 9th place. Killian Meyer, we should be able to see if we change the stat camera. No, we didn't, but he is there in 4th place. 3rd, I think that's Jean Nomblot in 3rd place, who's just caught the two leaders then as we head down towards the right-hander. Oh, and the door left open there from Dylan Byes, and Ollie Caldwell goes through to take the lead. So Caldwell takes the lead. The driver's really struggling with the conditions on this opening lap then. That's the penultimate corner they're heading up to now. Ollie Caldwell leads. 2nd, I believe, is Jean Nomblot. I'll be able to confirm that when they come across the line. It might actually be Enzo Valente. Killian Meyer goes through to 3rd place, does he? You just saw it in the back of your shot. He was trying to go up the inside of Dylan Byes. He hasn't made the place. It's Enzo Valente, as I expected, in 2nd place. Dylan Byes is in 3rd. Then it's Killian Meyer. Oh, and there goes Killian Meyer up the inside. Couldn't make the pass. The door was shut by Dylan Byes. Doa, Dana, Nomblot, Van Berlo, Kimber, Bergmeyer round out the top 10. Ollie Caldwell has lost the lead to Enzo Valente then as they head down the back straight, right at the far end of the circuit. Down towards the right-hander. Caldwell up the inside to retake the lead. So Caldwell into the lead for the 2nd time, but he can't hold it. Well, the outside line proving a lot better there from Enzo Valente, and he's now just starting to extend his lead. Caldwell is in 2nd. Byes is in 3rd as the sun comes back out. Well, this will help the track dry up a lot faster. Laurie Lepper is unfortunately way off the back of the pack. And good to see he got going again, but his race really ruined at turn 1, and that's a shame. Lepper started on the outside of row 2. But all of a sudden, things really have turned on its head because Mark Kimber, he's outside of the top 10. And his championship rivals, Caldwell is in 2nd. Van Berlo is in 6th. So Mark Kimber, who's down in 12th place, really needs to get on with it. Caldwell is there in shot. But further back, there might be some changes. And there is some changes. We've had Lucas Dunner, Jean Nomblot lost a place to Tamino Bergmeyer. And Art Semi was trying to go up the inside of Laszlo Toth. They still alongside as we head down the back straight. But on screen, you can see Caldwell now being passed by Dylan Byes. So Dylan Byes recovering. He wants his lead back. He's going to have to chase down Enzo Valente to get it. And Killian Meyer, watch out for him in 4th place. He's half a second off the top 3, and he looks very, very quick in these early stages. Lucas Dunner is in 5th place. 6th place is Glenn Van Berlo, who set a purple 2nd sector. So Glenn Van Berlo absolutely flying. Well, there's the lead quartet, and just in the back of your shot, you can see Dunner and Van Berlo. Well, there they are now in the middle of our picture as we head up towards the last corner. Just trying to find Mark Kimber. Well, I don't think he's been able to make any places on this lap. I'll keep one eye on him as well as the leaders. That's the completion of lap 3 then. That's Glenn Van Berlo, who's just set the new fastest lap, and he goes up the inside to try and take Lucas Dunner. Doesn't quite able to make the move, but now he goes up the inside at turn 3. Does he? No. Glenn Van Berlo, new fastest lap though, 66.968. The top 6 covered by 1.8 seconds in the background. There's a good battle going on. Well, there's the top 6 then. Look at the battle going on behind. We have Tamino Bergmeyer making a place there. We saw Mark Kimber go past as well, and Joe Phillips, who came off at the first corner, trying to make some more places up. He is currently in 21st. Well, who are the biggest movers? Art Semi has made 8 places. Kamenok Art Semi, he is in 11th place at the moment. Glenn Van Berlo is up to 5th place. There comes a lead change, does it? No. So Dylan Byes right with Enzo Valente. Glenn Van Berlo up to 5th. He's took Lucas Dunner on this lap. He's now catching Killian Meyer, really suiting these conditions. But watch the two leaders. I think we're going to see a lead change as they head up towards turn 2. Watch Dylan Byes. There he goes up the inside. And as we suspected, Dylan Byes takes the lead from Enzo Valente on lap number 5. He heads out of turn 4. And the conditions looking a lot easier to cope with now. Mark Kimber still struggling. His last lap was a 66.7. So struggling in these conditions as the drivers make their way then the leaders up towards the far part of the circuit. Now, Killian Meyer has lost 4th place, so Glenn Van Berlo passed him on the first half of this lap. He hadn't passed him as they crossed the line, so it was somewhere, as we were looking at the change of lead, perhaps it was at turn 2 then. Here come the leaders though. Well, in your shot there you can see Killian Meyer now being passed by I believe that is Lucas Dunner, and it is the number 14. So Lucas Dunner into 5th place. Killian Meyer struggling in the middle phase of this race. He needs to try and work with Lucas Dunner. Oh, and we're going to see a lead change, are we? Enzo Valent very close to Dylan Byers, and he goes up the inside. Enzo Valent retakes the lead then at the same place he lost it 1 lap ago. Dylan Byers in 2nd. Ollie Caldwell watching on in 3rd place. When will he be involved in this lead battle as they head down towards the right-hander down at the far part of the circuit? Byers goes on the defence. Enzo Valent on the defensive now. A mechanical problem for one of the karts coming up towards the start-finish line. That's the 37, unfortunately, who's got a mechanical issue and is going to have to come into the pits. So Pepin Krejeveld, unfortunately, his race could be over. But back to the leaders, the top 3 all together. Glenn Van Berlo, the one to watch in 4th, as the leaders run side by side. Enzo Valent running wide. Oh, and Ollie Caldwell goes up the inside to take 2nd place away from Dylan Byers. Can he hold it through turn 1? Just about. Good move there. Good opportunistic driving from Ollie Caldwell. Now will he take the lead? Well, he's going to try and go up the inside. Oh, and run slightly wide. Dylan Byers comes through to take 2nd. Glenn Van Berlo makes contact with Dylan Byers. Oh, and goes over the top of him. So Glenn Van Berlo, who's trying to get 2nd in the championship, crashes out at turn number 3. That leaves Enzo Valent in the lead. Ollie Caldwell is in 2nd. Lucas Dunner, I believe, is in 3rd place. And 4th place is Killian Meyer. We're over halfway through, and Glenn Van Berlo now out the kart. He's not going to go any further, and he's absolutely furious with himself. Now, where does that leave Dylan Byers? I believe he's in 5th place, so didn't affect him too bad, but it was just an attempted move that went horribly, horribly wrong for Glenn Van Berlo. And Dylan Byers, well, it's left him in 5th place. Let's see. Well, that's Killian Meyer in 4th, you can see. So there's the top 4. You'll see 5th place hopefully very shortly. Just in the back of your picture, you saw briefly Dylan Byers. Oh, and was that an attempt at a pass from Lucas Dunner? It certainly was. He's looked very good on the brakes into that 2nd corner. Let's quickly run through the top 20 then. So it's Valent, Caldwell, Dunner, Meyer, Byers, Bergmeyer 8th, Doan 7th. Then it's Nomblo 8th, so Bergmeyer is 6th. That's the top 8 as the leaders make their way up towards this left-hander. Then Kimber is 9th, and it's Toth, Smalley, Percival, Artsemi, Morin, Phillips is 15th, and it's Anderson, Walter, Claude, Theobald. McDermott is up to 20th, and it's Jung, McCarthy, Malizia, Lepper, Van Berlo out the race, and in 25th place. He'll go no further. And and a Killian Meyer then up the inside of Ollie Caldwell. Can he make the move stick? Very, very nice move there from Killian Meyer. Pepin Krejeveld has come up to 25th with Van Berlo out. And the lead 5 make their way across the start-finish line. It hasn't taken Dylan Byers very long at all to catch the leaders back up. Oh, and a change of lead. That was that Lucas Dunner up the inside of Enzo Valent, or was it some defending? I think it was some defending, because that Dunner still in 2nd. Meyer is in 3rd. Caldwell is 4th. Dylan Byers is 5th. Will we see any changing then as they head down the longest straight of the circuit? Well, Caldwell certainly was looking to go up the inside of Killian Meyer, found the door closed, but he loses a place to Dylan Byers. So Byers then, the start of hope maybe a charge back through to the lead, because he's taken 4th place away from Caldwell. He's well within a shout of taking victory here, and what a drive it would be if he could do it. Don't count out the 3 drivers directly behind either. You have Tomino Bergmeyer driving very, very well in 6th place. Enzo Valent is in 7th place. Jean Nomblo, Phil Doer is in 8th, and it's Kimber and Laszlo Toth rounding out the top 10. Are we going to see a lead change up towards turn 2 then with 2 laps to go? Well, they all queue up on the inside, and Enzo Valente leaving them no space to go past. So we're just going to see the lead train extend here. Oh, and a move on Killian Meyer. That was Dylan Bryce going through to take 3rd place, and Caldwell follows through, as does Bergmeyer and Nomblo. This is going to drop Killian Meyer down to 7th place, and it does. Good move from Dylan Bryce. He found a way through where no one else couldn't. But at the moment, Enzo Valente still leads from Lucas Dunner and Dylan Byes. Then it's Ollie Caldwell. Ollie Caldwell under a lot of pressure from Tamino Bergmeyer. So it's a group of 3 fighting for the lead and a group of 5 fighting for 4th place. And they're catching a back marker, which I assume will be Laurie Lepper. So they round the last corner then. There goes the last lap board. Enzo Valente gets his head down, looks over his shoulder. They head through turn 1. Last lap board is out. They all defend as they go up towards turn 2. Are we going to see any moves on the outside? It was at that corner yesterday. Dylan Byers went all the way around the outside of Mark Kimber to take victory. Oh, and Ollie Caldwell goes off. Dylan Byers up the inside to take 2nd. Laurie Lepper has to get out of the way to let the leaders through. And Dylan Byers then likes overtaking at turn 4. He's now through to 2nd. Ollie Caldwell was run wide at turn 3. It's dropped him at least 4 or maybe even 5 places. The leaders then all together as we head down to the last half of the lap, and Dylan Bryce trying to find a way through at the moment, but he can't do it. Enzo Valente defending very, very well. He's got to hold on for 3 more corners though. That's one of them. 2 more to go as they exit the left-hander. Can Dylan Byes get through? Well, at the moment he seems satisfied to finish 2nd. Will he find a way through at the last corner? Enzo Valente gets his head down. They exit the last corner. Oh, and Dylan Byes may find a way through. Not this time. Victory goes to Enzo Valente. 2nd place goes to Dylan Byes. 3rd goes to Lucas Dunner. Tamino Bergmeyer drives an absolutely fantastic race to finish 4th place. Then it's Jean Nomblo, Killian Meyer, Mark Kimber, Laszlo Toth, Ollie Caldwell, Adam Smalley, Antoine Percival, Phil Doert, Joe Phillips, who recovered well, Hannes Morin, Kavinok Artsemi, Hugo Anderson, Ryan McDermott gained 10 places. Behind them then, Leonie Claude, Andre Walter, Laurie Lepper, Clement Theobald, Henry Jung, and it was Conor McCarthy, Arnold Belizia. Pepin Krejeveld was 25th. The drivers all filter through then. There you can see first to 22nd on the left of your picture. What a pre-final that was. I didn't even have time to take a single breath. So many lead changes and a brilliant defensive drive from Enzo Valente for the last few laps. Dylan Byes in the end seemed satisfied with 2nd. Lucas Dunner and Tamino Bergmeyer, 2 hard charges. Dunner gained 7. Bergmeyer 8th. Laszlo Toth has probably made more positions than any other driver in the paddock this weekend. He gained 8 places to finish 8th. Adam Smalley gained 5 to finish 10th. Ryan McDermott, as we said, he gained 10 places as well to finish 17th place. Leonie Claude and Andre Walter gained 5 and 7. There you can see then the senior drivers getting ready to go out for their